If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. The tit, the most unassuming of bird species. The tit is from a large family of small passerine birds which mainly occur in the northern hemisphere. Members of this family are commonly referred to as tits throughout much of the English-speaking world. These birds are mainly small, stocky, woodland species. Some have crests or beards. Just like another animal, the Alba commune pine, they range from 4 to 8 inches. Many species live around human habitation and come readily for nuts or seed, and learn to take other foods. This message was presented by the DeWeather Institute for Climate Knowledge. The DeWeather Cares Knights Tits Kickball Tournament is coming this October and benefits 4 cancer-related charities. See DeWeather Center on Facebook for more information. Live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, tonight the National Racing Network is proud to present the TNT Shock Series. The PM18s taking on the same New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We just got to see the Bolt Series run on faster cars, more difficult to control, whole lot more downforce. This one is going to be a blast. My name is Chris Graham with the National Racing Network. It is a pleasure to have you hanging out with us here this evening. Looking forward to a fun night of racing coming up. Practice ongoing here for just another minute and a half or so. Ty Richter going to be your quick timer overall here. Pick him up as he is out on the racetrack right now. And we'll get you those lap times here. 26.983 seconds for Richter. Oh, one car going around. Oh, Richter's going to slide it down to the inside as well. Kevin Smalley, second quick here tonight. Piloting the number 7 following a loss last night in the fight for 47. He had a custom paint scheme, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to show it to you this evening because it is pretty spectacular. Smalley normally runs the 47 in the TNT series, but, well, he was taken out by Alex Teeter, who also had laid claim to the number, so Teeter will get to run the 47 this season. That will put Kevin Smalley in car number 7. Jason Owens, Wes Shire, and the aforementioned Alex Teeter going to be your top 5. James Curtis, Mike McConville, Timothy Watson, Dave Sparks, and J.W. Miller Your race winner just a couple of minutes ago in the Bolt Series. Miller running in the top 10 here in Shock Series practice. Just a couple of seconds remain on the clock here. Checkered flag is out, and that will do it here for the practice sessions for the Shock Series. Not a lot of big stint numbers in that practice session, at least from what we could see on the timing and scoring data. So this one is definitely going to be interesting for sure. Pretty strong field here. Average I rating of 43.40. So pretty stout numbers here. Let's pick up Mike McCullen as he gets out onto the racetrack. As he comes out, we'll show you tonight's weather conditions presented by our friends at the Weather Center. Offensively accurate weather for eastern Pennsylvania. 76-degree temperature, 58% humidity. Wind's going to be almost due north at 4 miles an hour over cloudy skies. 78 degrees is the track temperature here this evening. $19 cars on the entry list for this race here this evening. This one should be pretty darn good. See what Mike McCullen's able to do here on lap number 1. Matt Galida was top of the board at a 27.84. New quick time, J.W. Miller. He's going to work his way through turns 1 and 2. 27.65 seconds the lap time for J.W. Miller. Matt Galida, Tyler Ziegler, Mike McCullen going to be your 4 drivers that have set a lap to this point. New quick time, top of the board, Kevin Smalley, 27.516. Simon Feld jumps to the top of the board, 27.504. J.W. Miller, 27.503 to complete his run. Here's Kevin Smalley as he's going to finish his run in the number 7. He was quickest in the first half of the racetrack. What does he do here? New quick time, 27.1. Wow, what a fantastic lap for Kevin Smalley. Pick up Ben Carswell in the number 48. Oh, Ben bangs it off the outside wall. Huge hit to the inside Armco barrier. That will be the end of the qualification run for Ben Carswell. Alex Teeter just finishing up his run in the Spratty number 47. Get James Watson, our color commentator on the Bolt Series. See what James is going to be able to do here. Another one, let's pick up Jason Owens. He's going to be 10th quick. And we do have an in-car camera that we can show you here from Jason Owens. There you got to look at him there. The old Road to Indy Victory Lane banner up in the background there of Jason Owens' cockpit. See what he's going to do here on lap number 2. Owens up only to 7th quick, 27.616 seconds. Don't see Jason available to talk to quite yet here. Mike McConville goes to the top of the speed charts here. He just finishes up his run in the Sirius XM number 06. 27.062. Outstanding lap for Mike McConville. Wes Shire moves up to 3rd quick on the board here as he finishes up his qualification run. And it looks like that's going to be it here because James Watson going to be the only car left to possibly turn a lap, and he had an issue on lap 1 that, well, quite frankly, compromised lap number 2. Down to 45 seconds remaining in qualifying, and James Watson does not get a lap in the books. See if we can get a quick word with him here. James, what happened out there?
Yeah, the race set feels pretty nice. The qualifying setup. Yeah.
Most certainly does not, is what you're trying to tell me here.
No. I'm gonna try to pull off a miracle and come from the back and get some sort of decent finish. Otherwise, drop week.
Yes, that's you do have the drop weeks available here. All right, James, thank you very much. Good luck here tonight. There you go. It is time to go racing here. Mike McConville going to be your quick timer here. Let's get him up into the booth. Mike, congratulations on the TNT Pole Award here tonight. The car looked good in qualifying trim. How's it going to be for the race?
I appreciate it. Hopefully it'll be just the same. You'll see this pink machine up front all race long.
I say rocking the Meyer Shank colors here on the front row. The underdog team that could. You're not so much the underdog here tonight, though. A lot of good cars coming behind you, though.
I'll be looking for everyone back behind me. Hopefully I can keep them back there.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Congratulations once again. Let's get you your starting grid here this evening. Starting all in the front row will be your pole sitter, Mike McConville, with a quick lap time, 27.062 seconds. 400th back, Kevin Smalley will occupy the second spot on the front row. Westshire, J.W. Miller on row number 2, Simon Fell and Timothy Watson on row number 3. James Curtis and Dave Sparks in row 4, Jason Owens, Alex Teeter on row number 5. Ty Richter, Bill Walker on row 6, Matt Galida and Mike Barry in the 7th row. Ben Carswell and Rick Cleary on row number 8. Tyler Ziegler, Mike McCullen on row number 9. James Watson will roll off in row number 10. And early drama here, Jason Owens did not make the grid. I think we'll see here, but I think we're going to see Jason Owens have to start this race from the pit lane. Try to grab a very quick word here. Jason, are you going to be able to get in car here? And was this a calculated move to start from pit lane? Well, there you go. Looks like Jason Owens may be done for the evening here. That is an absolute shock here in the Shock Series. Man, I didn't even mean for that pun to come out, but we'll take it. Field's going to make their way through turns 3 and 4, and as always, race fans, the start of the Shock Series at New Hampshire is going to be all yours. Caution flag is out, yellow on the speedway. Looks like trouble about in the mid-pack. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay here. See what happened. I believe it's going to be Mike Barry involved in this one. Keep your eye on that number 64 machine. Oh, a little bit of contact down to the inside. Barry goes around. Oh, that big contact. Rick Cleary and Mike McCullen. Both of those cars going to have pretty big damage. It looks like Barry's going to get away cleanly. The same cannot be said for Rick Cleary and Mike McCullen. McCullen had absolutely nowhere to go in that incident. Tough break for Mike McCullen. He has to take the tow back into the pit area. And we are under the caution flag here. There's Mike McCullen. Jason Owens is out on the racetrack. Here's Rick Cleary making his way down pit road, missing the engine cover on the number 25. So let's take a look here and see. Let's try this one again. Jason Owens, do you have a copy on us?
I do. I couldn't work my button the last time you pulled me up.
I was going to say, was that a calculated move to start from pit lane there?
50-50. My headset like fell apart right before I got in the car, and then I backed out of the car in case I couldn't get it fixed. And I was getting ready to get back in the car, and I got a missed start. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm way back here now. I'm probably just going to come in and top off with fuel, and then see how things shake out.
I was going to say, that turns this into a massive, massive strategy game for you now at this point then.
Yeah, it really does. I can't pit because it's still telling me to let people buy, so I don't know what the heck iRacing scoring is doing here.
All right, Jason, good luck the rest of the way here. It's going to be a fun storyline to follow for sure.
Right on, thanks.
So there you go. There's Jason Owens. This race is a timed event here. No lap count in play for this one. This is a 45-minute race, so we're down to 42 minutes remaining here. Looks like Jason Owens is going to be the last car on the lead lap. Mike Barry, Rick Cleary, and Mike McCullen are all on the pit lane. At the front of the field, Mike McConville, J.W. Miller, Kevin Smalley, Timothy Watson, Simon Fell, your top five. Miller up 2 spots, as is Timothy Watson. Hard charger of the race thus far, James Watson. He's up 5 spots to 14th. Let's take a look here and watch the initial start of this race from James Watson's perspective, coming from the back of the pack. Nice job of defensive driving there by Mr. Watson. Lights are out on the iRacing safety car. We'll see what we're going to be able to do here at lap number 6 will be the one going up on the scoreboard. Our buddy Ziggy checking in with a honk. Thank you very much, sir. Chad Irvine checking in, saying James Curtis going to get the dub. We'll see how that one's going to pan out here. It's a bold prediction. Curtis currently running in the 7th position as Mike McConville gets a fantastic restart. Timothy Watson, Kevin Smalley going to battle into turn number 1. Smalley, great grip up on the bottom. Oh, the race leader goes around. Race leader Mike McConville spins off at turn number 2. That will bring the caution flag out. Yeah, he got on the seam, lost it. Wow, Kevin Smalley. Ooh, buddy. Let's get you a look at this one here. From the front of Kevin Smalley's machine. Oh! All right, sir. Well done. Smalley able to keep control of the race car and hold on to the 2nd position. Mike McConville sounded very, very confident here tonight. But he will come down the pit road. Let's head down to the infield care center, get a word here with Mike McCullen. Unfortunately, Mike, you had a great race in the Bolt Series, and things kind of come apart here. Lap 1, turn 1 of the Shock Series.
I don't even think I got to the start-finish line. I just saw a car in front of me, and there was nothing. I saw 2 cars go around. So avoided the first one, and I think the guy avoiding that wreck just lost it, and there was nothing. And it's a trash race car.
Yeah, I was going to say, got to be very frustrating at this point, upwards of 6 minutes in repair time. Are you done for the night now?
Yeah, I'm done. I just know with this car, with the 2-minute tow, the over 8 minutes of repair, that it's not going to be drivable, and even if it is drivable, it's not going to be up to speed. So I'm just going to, be living up to my Twitch name out there unintentionally. I had a fast race car. It just, little shaky with it coming out of the USF. So this is, kind of learn as I go. Figured running around the back wouldn't be a bad idea. Fortunately, the guys just spun or right in front of me. So it looks like it's going to be a bit of a dumpster fire. So I'm glad to sit here and watch and see how it goes. And hopefully you guys put on a good show.
All right, Mike. Thank you very much. Tough break here tonight, and looking forward to talking to Mike under some better circumstances next week as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Lights are still on the iRacing safety car. There's J.W. Miller at the front of the field. Let's pick up Tyler Ziegler here. Running in the 14th position, carrying the colors of DeWeather Center. Morning Wood telling you how you'll get your kids dressed for school tomorrow morning. What you would put on your kids for school. A lot of fun stuff coming out of DeWeather Center. Check them out on Facebook. The DeWeather Institute for Climate Knowledge PSA videos that you see towards some of the openers of the shows here. Thank you very much, Tyler, for carrying the DeWeather Center colors here this evening. Part of the DeWeather Motorsports team. Lights are out on the iRacing safety car. J.W. Miller, Kevin Smalley, Timothy Watson, Simon Fell, Wes Shire, your top 5. James Curtis, Dave Sparks, Alex Teeter, Bill Walker, Matt Galida up through the top 10. James Watson, hard charger of the race, up 7 to 12th. Mike McConville obviously down 14 spots from where he started this race after that spin. We're going to see a green flag this time by, and we didn't get through it on lap 1, race fans. Let's do it now. Y'all go ahead and crank it up. Finally getting one lap in under green here, 9 minutes, 50 seconds into this one. Ben Carswell has the quickest lap of the race at a 28.86 second lap. Tyler Ziegler having an issue getting onto pit road. Coming to the green flag. He's going to be back in 18th position. Seeing Rick Cleary getting back out onto the racetrack here. Slide back in the field a little bit. Here's Mike McConville and Mike Barry. McConville able to clear Barry in the Target liveried machine. Follow along with McConville here as he's going to go to work on Ty Richter and James Watson. Those two early caution flags may have this down to a one-stop race. We'll see if the pit stops come after the 22.5-minute mark. It will absolutely be a one-stop race. Richter down inside of James Watson. McConville all over the rear wing of the 39. Watson gets it down to the inside. Richter slides up the racetrack just a little bit, almost making contact off of turn number 2. Richter and McConville going to stay side by side down the back straightaway. Looking up a little bit further towards the front. Oh, caution flag is out. Yellow on the speedway for the third time here this evening. Trouble once again for Mike Barry. Get you the Hot Shoe Raceware Instant Replay. See what happened here. That car just snapping loose all on its own. Barry able to keep it off the outside retaining wall, at least for the most part. Gets it into reverse, grabs the gear, and takes off. But that will put us under the caution flag one more time. Now, this is going to be interesting to see if we get any pit strategy that starts to come into play here. If we get significant numbers of cautions in this one, it could end up being one of those races where you don't even have to make it to halfway to make it on fuel. We'll see if anybody's going to elect to come down pit road. Seeing Jason Owens coming down pit road here. Take a look at that race car. See if we can see any damage. He goes up on the jacks. Yeah, see that car's down. There is definitely damage to Jason Owens' machine. So Owens now going to be scored a handful of laps down here. 3 laps down to race leader J.W. Miller. See if we can get a word here under yellow with Jason Owens. Jason, what happened out there? Looked like the car had some damage that was going to need repairing.
Nope, no damage. I think I got a phantom black flag pulling out of the pits at the start of the race, and iRacing couldn't figure out how to clear it. And I know I didn't speed on pit road, but maybe I did. And for fair play, I'm not going to clear a black flag when I don't know exactly what it is. So I ate the 1 and 5 second penalty, and we'll just see how it goes.
Oh, that's brutal.
I mean, we'll see where it shakes out after the end of the race, but if it was for that coming off pit road when the yellow came out, that's got to give the feedback to iRacing that that's not okay. But if I sped and didn't know it, that's on me. But I don't think speeding's only a 30-second stop and go, not a 1:05. So
I was going to say, 1:05 is a long penalty to have to serve.
It's a super long penalty, and like I said, I'm not going to clear it out of respect to the rest of the field, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. So fair play, we're just going to go out here and ride around and see if we can survive and maybe pick up a couple spots and a couple points.
All right, Jason, good luck the rest of the way here, pal.
Copy, thanks.
So there you go. There's Jason Owens. Gets you an answer on what he had to come into the pits for. Lights are out on the iRacing safety car. That's going to bring us back to 1 lap to the green. J.W. Miller, Kevin Smalley, Timothy Watson, Simon Fell, Wes Shires, still your top 5. James Curtis, Alex Teeter, Dave Sparks, Bill Walker, Ben Carswell back through 10th. James Watson, Ty Richter, Matt Galida, Mike McConville, and Mike Barry. The 15 cars on the lead lap. Rick Cleary, Jason Owens, Tyler Ziegler, Mike McCullen, all multiple laps down or out of the race. McCullen, the only car completely out of the race here. Looks like Tyler Ziegler may be as well. Cleary and Owens are first cars laps down. Field will make their way through turns 3 and 4, and we're going to get ready to come back to green flag racing. Green's back in the air. J.W. Miller leads the field to turn number 1. Kevin Smalley, Timothy Watson going to be within a couple car lengths of each other as they get to the corner. Smalley having a peek down to the inside. This may be one of those scenarios where you got to get while the getting's good. if you're going to get a couple of green flag laps, you're going to have to take your shot. Especially if this race continues to see a lot of caution flag laps. Once again, down the back straightaway, Timothy Watson now going to peek inside of Smalley. He may give up the third position to Simon Fell. Fell does clear Watson. And that's going to put him under the gun of Wes Shire. Shire up on the outside of the racetrack. James Curtis having a peek to the inside. No dice there. Back in line, Simon Fell. Looking inside of Kevin Smalley here for second. Battles all over this racetrack. Now Wes Shire having a peek inside of Timothy Watson. Here comes Alex Teeter on James Curtis. Shire down on the inside of the racetrack. He has given up a lot of time. James Curtis able to come around, claim the fifth position. Shire slots back in line. Seeing trouble on the racetrack. Oh, big contact! Wes Shire hard into the outside wall. James Curtis, excuse me. Big issue there. That's going to put us back under the yellow flag. That was a huge hit for James Curtis. Keep your eye on that Serge Cola, number 88, through the middle of the corner. Oh, started to slide, overcorrects a hair, and nothing Wes Shire could do in that instance. Go on board here with Wes Shire. Yeah, there was absolutely nothing Wes Shire could do in that instance. Tough break for the Homestead Coffee Roasters. Tales from Rukon, number 16. Pretty neat Dungeons & Dragons series that Wes Shire is one of the hosts of. Check them out on Friday nights. Fun little show. It's more storytelling than it is really Dungeons & Dragons, but fantastic little concept those guys have going. I would tend to think we are absolutely in the window where pit stops could get you to the end of the race at this point, given the amount of caution that we've had in this race. Seeing the Weather Center checking in saying Palmerton. Yes, that was a huge hit. Unfortunately, Peter, you missed the DeWeather car. If you haven't been watching the whole time, wind it back. The first DeWeather Motorsports entry out on the racetrack for you here this evening. Take a look here. Doesn't look like we're going to see anybody coming down pit lane. I believe Mike Barry going to be the only car on the lead lap to take advantage of the caution flag. A lot of used up race cars sitting in those pit boxes now. Barry hits his marks, as does Jason Owens. Barry and Owens both down and away. Quick pit stops for both of those cars. See, we can't get a quick word in here with race leader J.W. Miller, as we should get the one-to-go signal next time by. And J.W., the car's been pretty good out there. Not enough green flag running to really kind of test the car out here. But how does it feel so far?
Yeah, it feels good. It's a lot like the USF 2000. I've just been
using Wes's sets for these stuff. They work pretty good for me.
What are you thinking on fuel strategy here? Are you kind of to the point now where you may be able to make it the rest of the way on one stop, or are you going to need to stop?
It's close to where I might not have to stop, but if we get another caution here, I'll probably come in and top off.
All right, brother. Sounds good. Good luck the rest of the way here. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And we have no shame in asking a driver what the strategy is going to be. Quite frankly, because they're allowed to lie to us. In fact, it's fully expected because, quite frankly, if there's any kind of we'll say shenanigans, questions, whatever, you're going to answer it on the racetrack, not in the interview here. So, yeah, we'll ask him about strategy. Pace car getting ready to come on to the pit road. Green flag out, this time by J.W. Miller, going to grab the race lead. Timothy Watson thinking about having a peek inside of Simon Fell to turn one. Calls no joy, jumps back in line, but Watson way down on the bottom side of the racetrack. That's getting close to the danger zone down there. That far inside lane can be very, very difficult to keep. Excuse me. Can be very difficult to keep these race cars under control. Almost as difficult as breathing over here at the NRN studios, apparently. Second, third, and fourth all staying nose to tail. This is the closest battle on the racetrack. Smalley holds on to second. Fell, Watson, and Sparks round out your top five. They're getting closer to race leader J.W. Miller, however. Just past the halfway point, cross flags up last time by. Here comes Simon Fell taking a peek down to the inside of Smalley. How about three wide back behind him? Oh, they're almost making contact. Alex Teeter bounces off of Dave Sparks. Fighting there with Timothy Watson as well. How did they keep those race cars in a straight line? Caution is out on the speedway. Trouble on the racetrack, and looks like it would be James Watson. Oh, Watson, big tank slapper hard into the outside retaining wall. That was a huge wreck for James Watson. My goodness. Get you a look at that one again from the cockpit camera. Overcorrects hard into the wall. Oh, man, that was a wild ride for James Watson. That will bring everybody down pit road, or just about everybody down pit road. Couple of exceptions here that you'll see climbing up the leaderboard. That is Ben Carswell and Mike McConville. See who's going to win the race off of pit road. That one will be J.W. Miller quite convincingly here. Kevin Smalley, Simon Fell, Timothy Watson, Alex Teeter. But we have a new race leader here at the front of the field, and it is Ben Carswell. Let's bring Ben up here into the broadcast booth. And Ben, you're getting it through strategy, but you've got that number 48 machine out front here.
It's entirely through strategy, Chris. There is no speed here. It's only strategy. So
do you think you can make it the rest of the way?
I have no idea at all. Maybe. I think I can. I don't know if that I can make it the rest of the way in the top 5 or podium places, but I can probably make it to the end, especially if we keep up this caution pace.
I was going to say, if they keep the cautions up here, you may be able to stay out front for a while here. So good luck the rest of the way here. Thank you very much for checking in with us.
Yep, thank you.
Ben, one of our co-hosts of the Pizza at the Pagoda podcast, also the IndyCar writer for the National Racing Network. Doing a fantastic job of that, by the way. Also got to give a shout-out to Alex Gray, our NASCAR reporter as well. Those guys are doing yeoman's work, getting coverage up within minutes of race finishes in some cases. Definitely going to be interesting to see here how the strategy plays out. Seeing Jason Owens come down pit road, still being scored 3 laps down, but up to the 13th position with everybody else having issues. The more cars that get wadded up, the better the chances here for Jason Owens to make up some ground. Going to get ready to head back to Green Flag Racing here in just a moment. Let's talk to James Watson, though, out of the Infield Care Center. James, that was a wild, wild ride you went on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It twitched and then right to the wall before I even knew what was happening. It was this track is really slick for these cars, man.
That's one of those that I would imagine it's going to be a fight for everybody here, and the strategy calls may end up being what win this race if we keep the cautions up.
Yeah, I was hoping to benefit from those because with everyone staying out, I would have gotten a big position gain when everyone did have to come in. But yeah, I couldn't. There was no saving that car.
All right, James, tough break, brother. Hopefully we're talking to you under better circumstances here next week. Ben Carswell going full Colton Herta on the restart, wads the whole field up behind him. But he's got clean air out front, and he's able to hold on to the top spot. J.W. Miller battling Mike McConville. Now McConville going to make a big dive down to the inside. Carswell gets way up towards the top side of the racetrack. He'll get the big drive off the corner. Carswell holds the lead down the back straightaway. For a car with no speed in it, Ben Carswell certainly looks good here at the front of the field. Led that lap as well, lap number 40. Going to be the one they start working on this time by the flag stand. As we hit 30 minutes, 15 minutes remaining in this one. Carswell going to dive back to the inside of Mike McConville. Good duel for the race lead. Kevin Smalley clears J.W. Miller in the middle of the fight for the lead. Now Smalley going to look to the outside of Carswell. We got a big brouhaha building back here as well. Timothy Watson, Ty Richter, Alex Teeter, all fighting for position. J.W. Miller gets around Ben Carswell to take the 3rd position. They're going to stay side by side into turn 1, though. Miller on the inside. Carswell holds the middle lane. Finally has to give up the position. We got this mashup of cars heading down the back straightaway. Simon Feld, Ty Richter, Alex Teeter, Timothy Watson, Mike Barry, and Matt Galida all running back there as well, just behind this group. Oh, trouble for Ben Carswell. Sliding back through the field. Not sure what happened there. Let's get a look at the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay here. Oh, Carswell just got big time loose, middle of the corner. Nice save, but he had to get all the way out of the throttle. That's going to put Carswell back to the 10th position. Alex Teeter now going to work on Ty Richter. This is the battle for the 4th position. 1.2 seconds up to J.W. Miller in 3rd. You can just see Miller ahead of this group of race cars. Teeter looks very quick. Mike Barry inside of Timothy Watson. Good battle going on back here. Barry really has to get on the binders. He's down on the apron in 1 and 2. 12.5 minutes remaining here. 3/4 distance now on the scoreboard for the TNT Shock Series, round number 2. All 3 of the TNT Series going to see a pretty major shakeup in the point standings here this evening. Jason Owens was your point leader. He is currently running in the 12th position. James Watson was 2nd. Wes Shire 3rd. Mike McConville, Kevin Smalley set to make a big jump here, possibly claiming the top 2 spots in points, if they're able to hold on to things here at the front of the field. Nothing really going on at the front, although Kevin Smalley starting to reel in Mike McConville. The gap is 3, almost 4/10 of a second, but Smalley just set the fastest lap of the race, 27:29 to the 27:45 of Mike McConville. Show you the lap time gaps here. Smalley was starting to gain in just a little bit. Now McConville able to open the gaps back up. Slide back in the pack as we approach 10 minutes remaining. Ty Richter and Bill Walker going to be side by side. Matt Galida right behind them. More excitement coming up this week on the National Racing Network. Thursday night will be another doubleheader. The Grid Rival Ezra IndyCar Series kicks things off at 8 o'clock. Follow it up with the Indy Pro 2000 Official Series Championship. PM18's back on the NRN airwaves. Good fight deep in the pack here. Mike McConville, last lap, set the new fastest lap of the race, 27.19 seconds. As we are now inside of 10 minutes to go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. J.W. Miller, Alex Teeter fighting for the 3rd and final position on the podium. Race leader Mike McConville out to a 2.4 second lead over this group. Show you the intervals here. Kevin Smalley closing back in, so we'll move up to this fight for the race lead. Oh, caution flag is out right as Smalley went to make the dive into turn 1. Trouble on the racetrack, and it's Alex Teeter fighting with J.W. Miller. See what happened to the 47. Man, that was very similar to James Watson's incident. Teeter got it stopped up on the outside of the racetrack. Looked like Ty Richter may have also had an issue here right as the caution was coming out. A little bit of contact with Matt Galida. He goes for a spin, backs it into the outside safer barrier. 2 separate incidents here as we are under the caution flag, and Inside of 10 minutes to go, Mike McConville is your race leader. Kevin Smalley back up to second. McConville stopped at lap number 28. Smalley and everybody else on the lead lap, for that matter, stopping on lap number 34. McConville trying to sell the dummy to everybody, but nobody bites on it, so we will stay under caution flag conditions here. Not much time left. And as a timed race, no green-white checker finishes here in this one either. When the clock runs out, this race is over. Let's bring Mike McConville, your race leader, back up into the booth here. Mike, this race does not go according to plan. That is for sure. However, you're right back at the front here with just a few minutes left.
Oh, that second to last caution we had fell just at the right time for me to make it on fuel. So I saw everyone pit. I stayed out. I was within. I probably would have been sputtering off at turn 4 coming to the checkered. So
yep,
we were 100% going at it.
Now you're plenty good, I would imagine, on fuel with 2 caution flags that have come out here. What are you thinking? The car's pretty good. Some guys with a little bit newer sneakers on, but
it seems like Kevin's pretty sporty back there. Was just hanging out right before that caution came out. He really ran me down. So I was trying to save a little bit of fuel so I didn't sputter. So I think it's going to be a good battle between him and I.
All right, Mike. Good luck here the rest of the way. Thank you very much for checking in with us here. Let's see if we can't get a word in now with second place running Kevin Smalley. And Kevin, you're carrying the number 7 tonight, but running second. Do you think you have anything here for Mike? It looked like you were trying the big move there right as the caution came out.
Yeah, he had, you're right, right as the caution came out. I don't know if it was going to be a big move. I want to throw it in there and see what happened. I think he was, he definitely had problems in 3 and 4. Got a bad exit. And I was wondering if his fronts were burning off a little bit. But, yeah, we'll see. I really didn't need that caution there. I don't know what his strategy rotation was with his early incident, but I was good to go. And I'm not sure if he was.
Well, without giving away any state secrets for anybody here, you do have fresher tires. Do you think that could make a difference?
Yes. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully he was showing signs of burning his off. And like I said, this caution doesn't do him any favor. He's had a chance to cool him off. But, hopefully my long run stint, I was a little sketchy on tires by the end. So if it comes to that, watch for the move in 1 and 2 because I think it's going to be understeer in 3 and 4 that'll eat him up.
All right, Kevin. Good luck the rest of the way here, bud. Put on a good show for us. There you go. That's Kevin Smalley, your second place runner. We've heard from both of the front running contenders. Can't ignore J.W. Miller, Simon Fell. How about Mike Barry? He's had multiple issues tonight. Running in the 5th position. 7 cars remain on the lead lap. And we are down inside of 5 minutes remaining. Pace car going to pull off at turn 4 one last time tonight, race fans. Enjoy this one. Y'all go ahead and crank it up. Mike McConville holds on to that race lead over Kevin Smalley. Call the gap 0.2 of a second. Trouble on the racetrack for Ty Richter. Looks like we will stay green. Any caution flags from this point on could end it. Here comes Smalley making the move down to the inside into 3. This is the battle for the win. Smalley gets the good exit. Not going to make up much ground on McConville down the front straightaway. In fact, J.W. Miller joining the party here. He's going to run it way up to the outside. 3rd groove rim riding. around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Couple of battles back in the pack, but we're going to stay right here with the fight for the lead. Ty Richter just leaving the pit lane. He is going to be very close to where these race leaders are by the time he gets up to speed. Now inside of 3 minutes remaining, 8 laps to go is what we're seeing on the lap counter. Richter high to the outside of the racetrack, no issues for the race leaders. Smalley once again takes a peek, shows his nose down to the inside. No real push yet from Mike McConville. That's what Smalley is expecting. And he gives up a little bit of ground every time he has to try to take that inside lane. Now inside of 2 minutes remaining, Mike McConville out to almost a half-second lead over Kevin Smalley. It's going to be another 4/10 back to J.W. Miller in third. This one could finish out exactly this way. Going to take a very big run from Kevin Smalley if he's going to want to have a shot here at your race leader. Approaching 60 seconds remaining. Smalley starting to close the gap back in. The problem is a caution flag now is going to end the race. And there are a couple of battles back in the pack that could see that happen if they make contact. James Watson down to the inside of the racetrack. See where the 39 elects to go here. Any little bit of hesitation for the race leader is going to close Smalley right back up. Watson holds it down to the inside, 2 to go. This is going to be very close. I don't think we saw the white flag at the line. But we'll see. This is going to be very tight. Yeah, this is it. Final lap off of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Spin and win. Mike McConville gets it at New Hampshire. Kevin Smalley comes home second. J.W. Miller will round out your podium. Simon Fell and Mike Barry complete the top 5. Mike McConville drops the gear, grabs a whole boot full of the throttle pedal, and he's going to burn them down here at the start-finish line. Let's get you your race results. McConville, the winner over Smalley, Miller, Fell, and Barry. Bill Walker, Matt Galida, Jason Owens, Dave Sparks, and Ty Richter, your top 10. How about it? Matt Galida 2 laps down in 7th. Jason Owens 3 laps down in 8th. Then Sparks and Richter, your top 10. Alex Teeter, Timothy Watson, Wes Shire, James Watson, Rick Cleary back through the 15th position. Ben Carswell comes home in 16th. James Curtis 17th. Tyler Ziegler 18th. and Mike McCullen going out very, very early in this race here this evening. Get you ready for your victory lane interviews. Let's start these off here with third place finishing J.W. Miller. And tell you what here, J.W., you had a pretty darn good night here on the TNT Rock Block.
Yeah, I'm feeling real good about it.
How was the car late in the race? It looked like on that final restart, once Kevin and Mike kind of had their little bit of a duel, it seemed like everybody just kind of settled into the end.
Yeah, we only had about 4.5 minutes, so it was going to be hard. I was trying to make the bottom work there, see if I could catch up to second there, but still, good finish overall. Definitely weren't as fast as we were in the USF, but again, it was a lot more not as eventful, I guess, as the last race.
All right, brother. Well, hey, congratulations on a win and a podium here tonight in the TNT Rock Block. Let's make sure we get those plugs and thank yous in one more time here.
Yeah, thanks again to Watson for being on the car. Thank you to you for doing the broadcast each week, and thank you to the TNT guys for doing what they do.
All right, there you go. There's J.W. Miller, your third place finisher here this evening. Kevin Smalley comes home in second. Ultimately, Kevin, it looked like Mike never got the push that you were looking for in 3 and 4.
No, I don't think there was enough time. I didn't see that until like the last 5 runs of that prior stint, so I figured I was praying. But you got to stay positive, I guess.
All in all, not a bad night. You didn't have too much in the way of headaches. You saw the early spin. You saw Mike actually spin right in front of your eyes early in the race.
Yeah, yeah. Fancy that. I had to dodge the winner, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, he goes full Danny Sullivan here tonight. But all in all, that number 7 was pretty darn sporty.
Yeah, no complaints. Maybe I'll hang on to this one for a bit, huh?
Yeah, we'll see here. We'll see if we can figure out a way to get you the paint scheme for next week. But
can do.
Yeah, but we'll have some fun with that one for the viewers for next weekend. All right, Kevin, congratulations on a good podium finish here tonight, and let us get all the sponsor plugs and thank yous in here.
I just want to say thanks for all of our league sponsors, namely NRN. Appreciate the work that you guys do for us for getting us on air, and also the libraries you make, even if we don't put them on our cards because of technical glitches. So thanks for that. We'll figure it out later.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Thank you very much. Here, let's bring in our race winner, Mike McConville, going full Danny Sullivan, spin and win. Impressive drive there tonight to come back through the field. That was not all strategy based, though. This car, even in the back of the field, you were able to cut your way back through there pretty quick.
Put a lot of hours in for this setup. Last week was a big wake-up call for me, and I put in the work probably maybe every day to get this thing just right. And, man, she was on rails tonight.
It looked like it. The number 06 Meyer Shank Sirius XM AutoNation machine was good. The driver was good, and ultimately the strategy kind of helped you play out a little bit as well. Were you expecting a lot of cautions tonight, and did that go into your development thought process in all that time you spent this week?
To the beginning of the race, I expected some. But I mean, that's every race. You expect quick rashes, and then we'll stretch out the longer you get into the run. And it just happened to fall correctly with the cautions and me spinning it from the lead. Big bonehead me. But it all played out well, and we came back and got the dub.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on the win here tonight. That was a very fun drive to watch you put on a fantastic show. So let's make sure we get the sponsor plugs and thank yous in here as well while we're at it.
I'd like to thank Meyer Shank for putting me in this car. Elio for helping me this week. I'd like to thank you guys for always putting on a great broadcast. I always go back and watch even races I'm not in. It's just so fun to watch what you guys do and how great you guys are. Probably one of the most underrated broadcasts out there that are public for everybody. You definitely deserve more recognition for what you guys do. Thank TNT for putting this on. Hopefully this is the first of many.
Well, thank you very much for the kind words there, Mike. We truly do appreciate it. And, yeah, the rock block is a fun one here. The TNT guys are a blast. And hopefully we're talking to you a bunch more this season.
That's the plan.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Race winner Mike McConville putting on a show out here this evening. But with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage here, the TNT Shock Series and the Rock Block for another Tuesday night. This one was fun, man. The Formula V series, the Free V series, I should say. The Bolt for the USF 2000, the Shock Series for the PM18s. Even on a racetrack that is difficult to handle, a lot of who knows what going on with the race cars. It was still a pretty darn good show. Congratulations to Mike McConville on a pretty darn spectacular win here this evening. Coming up tomorrow night, it's an iffy. It is a big question mark at this point. It's going to rely on timelines in a very big way. Possibly a high side hustle show tomorrow night with Burt Wojcik and Adam Rubright. We'll update you throughout the day on our social media channels. Thursday night, the Grid Rival Ezra IndyCar Series, followed by the Indy Pro 2000 Championship. Then we're going to give it a go again. Hopefully we can get a little bit better interwebs out to Linda Speedway, Jonestown, Pennsylvania, so we can bring you a full night of micro sprint racing action. We're off for the weekend, coming back on Monday with the Silver Crown Series. Don't want to miss that one as well. For associate producer and camera designer extraordinaire Connor Baldwin and everybody else here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. It has been a pleasure to have you hanging out with us this evening. We will talk to you all soon. Have a great night, everybody.